What up, everyone? Franchise here, the 202, and we're here with another video.
The Franchise and Karma Show.
And we are going to be talking about hip-hop back then to now. Now, since Karma is a rapper, she can go first.
Alright, so hip-hop to me is not the same as what it used to be. Growing up, I listened to people like Tupac, Biggie, Ja Rule even, Eazy-E, NWA period, and Dr. Dre. People like that, and now hip-hop is like, that was real hip-hop to me. And I'm not dissing the way hip-hop is today, but it's like all that people care about today is sex, drugs, but like the way women get looked at is horrible nowadays, and I think hip-hop had a hand in it, if you know what I mean. Like, they kind of put a label on women, like, if you ain't got a big butt, they don't want you. It's just crazy.
With my standpoint, for me growing up, I'm listening like the Jay-Z from songs. I think Big Pimpin' was Jay-Z's song. From Can I Get a What Can, you talk about Ja Rule, like you said, 50 Cent, Biggie, Eazy-E, Big Pun. Those guys, I feel like, to me, hip-hop stopped getting interesting in 2007. Right after 2007 had switched over to 2008, I felt we was in a new era. Because a lot of people wasn't paying attention to a lot of music. We had, I think, Jeezy in his prime, and it was a lot of old stuff. We was going into all the new stuff. We had Kevin Rudolph, who I never really heard of until I moved to Pennsylvania. We had, who else? I put it this way, I feel like
Bone
to me,
Thugs.
hip-hop. Who?
Bone Thugs and Harmony.
That's old school right there. But I just feel like, with hip-hop now, I feel like everybody is remixing a song. You can, somebody can make a song with Lil Wayne, and they did make a song with Lil Wayne.
Right.
They can cut a verse out of his song, put their verse on, and right there they're making views over something they didn't even know. It's like he said, anybody can make a remix now. And I feel like that's not the meaning of hip hop. Now, I feel like with these new rappers, I don't listen to them. So I expect everybody not to understand because I don't really listen to them at all.
Right.
But, put the ice on the cake for this. I feel like a lot of these rappers, I can't knock them up and say they can't rap, but some of them, they can use a lot of punchlines. That's just me.
Right.
So
Hip-hop is came a long way, don't get me wrong. To me, it's just isn't the same anymore. Like, me being a rapper and everything, I try to rap about stuff that people can relate to, I'm not all about rapping about money because, I'm going to be honest, I'm a struggling artist. I don't have money. I suffer from anxiety, so that makes me afraid to go get a job, so therefore I'm not working right now. But, I'm a struggling artist, so I just like making music that makes people feel good. Because, growing up, I was bullied, I was picked on. I've lived, a life where most people were like, wow, she had it rough, but I overcame it, and music has always been that. Music is the one thing that can always be there for somebody. And that's why I make music, to make them realize that no matter what situation that they're in, they're never alone. And that's the type of music that I like to listen to from an artist. Like, I love stuff that I can sit down and listen to and just be like, wow, I can relate to that. That's the best kind of music. Now, all these club bang hits, I understand why people have to make those because times are changing and, there are clubs out there, so you have to have feel-good music, so I get that, but there's a certain way to do it. And I know I'm probably going to get a lot of backlash for this, but I'm not going to knock Black Beatles because I actually like that song. But there's songs like that barely have any words in them that are huge.
Right. He
Like
can mumble.
Juju on that beat. It blew up. And I'm like, really? It's the simplest things now, I guess. Like, if I came out with a song called Pineapple, I guess, well, there is one with it, and it's called Pineapple Pen. But I'm just saying, like, if I made a rap about, like, a pineapple, an orange, whatever, pretty sure it would blow up just because...
It's catchy.
Yeah. But...
Another thing with hip-hop from back then and now is the fake thugs and gangsters.
Right.
Now, we talk about the real deal. We talk about 50 Cent. We talk about the game. We even talk about Dr. Dre and Ice Cube and all that. But I feel like if you're not saying what you're suing as of your music, then you're fake.
Right.
Because eventually it's going to turn around and bite you in the ass.
Right. That's why when people come to me for collaborations and they're like, hey, can you make a song about, the hood? I'm like, sure, I can make a song about it, but I'm not going to make it look like I did something that I don't do. Like, if they're making let's say someone came to me saying, hey, Karma, I really want you on this song about, selling drugs on the side of the road, being a drug dealer. I'm going to be like, I can't make that song. I can't relate to you on that. I've never done that.
Right.
So why would I do that? Why would I make my song and portray myself as something that I'm really not? Because then you're just bringing fans that are going to love you and feel like they can relate to you, but once they find out that crap is fake, they're going to be like, what? You lied to us?
Fans see right through it.
Right, and they're going to be like, what, you pretty much lied to us this whole time? Like, what is that about? That's not who I am. Almost every song that I've written, and I say almost because my old stuff I did. I portrayed people that I wasn't, tried to be something I wasn't. But now my music, if you listen to my music, 99.8% of it is the truth. Like, I have a song, I don't own any of the beats, obviously, but a song that I have out right now called First Love, that's a true story. And a lot of people have came to me saying, wow, I can really relate to that. You really made me emotional with that one. It's because when an artist is able to put their emotion into a song, it allows your fans to open up and be like, wow, I can feel that pain and I can relate to it.
Now, you might maybe like going back to where people saying who they aren't on the track. And somebody would have let's say somebody diss you, and damn, I can't put that in a situation because it pretty much was a war. Like you know who Cannabis is, right?
I think so.
LL Cool J. Let's just say this. I'm not gonna tell the whole story, but let's just say if LL Cool J was pretty much going up against the Roach and he won. Do you feel like as an artist for yourself, do you think it would be good to diss somebody if they come at you?
I feel like, excuse me, but I feel like if someone was to diss me tomorrow, it would have to be a hardcore diss to where I would want to come back. If it's just some lame diss, someone talking crap just to be doing it, I'm not going to come back with anything. However, if they brought up something real and I felt it and I'm like, no, you did not just go there, I would probably react back. However, I will say this. I think disses are pointless. I think they're stupid. Because the way that I see music is if you're a fellow artist and an artist is struggling or if an artist had a bad past, who are you to judge them on that? Who are you to bring that up in a diss track? And also, to me, every artist out there should be trying to help one another and not tear each other down. That's just my opinion. If you came together, the music business would be a lot better, if people reached out a hand and tried to help others. I understand that it's not a free ride by any means, and I get that. However, I'm not saying do crap for free. I'm saying reach out and help. Reach out and lend a helping hand to those suffering. That's the way I see it. Like, I don't see the point in disses. I don't see the point in feuds. I just don't get it.
I love it. I love, for everybody out there, I love hip-hop beef. As long as it's safe, I love it. And I love the disses because it's like, okay, what's the next person going to say? Like, I'm not going to go there. But I just think that, it depends on what a person say. Just like a certain rapper, he didn't say anything about the dude's past life. He was pretty much saying that, he doesn't have room to talk because he doesn't have a solid background on his music. And pretty much he's going after other people because his career is not blowing up. Everybody should know who I'm talking about. I'm not going to go there. I'm throwing in hints. But I feel like, since he's pretty much trying to impress and it's not really working, so therefore, the only way for him to realize his mess-ups is for him to be single. That's all I'm going to say.
Right. I mean, don't get me wrong. I enjoy listening to disses because some of them can go really hard. And you're like, oh, like, you're like, did he just go there or did she just go there? But I just don't find point in them myself. But in a way I do. Because in a way, I don't think these rappers are really feuding. I think they do it for more views.
I don't know. Okay.
That's the way I see it.
No, okay. Do you think the Tupac and Biggie beef was real?
No, I don't. Not at all.
It was. Because I feel like Pac didn't really know who shot him, and, Biggie was there at the scene, so it's kind of understandable. 50 Cent and Ja Rule.
I don't know about that beef. I mean, that's been a while back, so I can't even remember what the heck happened.
I don't know, Ja Rule. I had to see the leak. Ja Rule explained it better than 50 did. I just put it that way.
I know that Eminem had beef with, if I'm not mistaken, it was Ja Rule too.
Yep.
But that's because Ja Rule apparently dissed Eminem's daughter in one of his songs.
Probably did. We'll see. I know this Chris Brown and Soulja Boy beef, that's real. If you bring somebody's kid in this situation, that's automatic beef right there.
Right.
But that's all I'm gonna say.
But yeah, hip hop is like became crazy, like just weird over the years. Like I'm like, what the heck?
I just also believe in this. Yeah, man, it's like I don't even listen to rap no more because how it is. It's only very few rappers that I listen to in this era. I only listen to J. Cole and I listen to Kendrick. Those are the only two I will listen to.
Mm-hmm. Kendrick Lamar is awesome.
And no, I'm not gonna go there because I don't want anybody going to the comments. You should have never said that. But I feel like with Kendrick, he has he's like a storyteller, and so is Kendrick, and so is J. Cole. I think J. Cole's more of a poet,
right?
And Kendrick's more of a more that good vibe. Person.
That's one thing that people don't get about me either. They're like, what is your writing style that's so different from everybody's? I said, I'm more of a poet than anything. I'm going to tell everybody right now, when I was in high school, I had a really big passion for writing and poetry. It just drew me in. Like, I could look at a flower. No joking. I could look at a flower, or whatever the object may have been. I could have wrote a poem about it. Back in 7th grade, we had this project where we had to write a short story. Now, mind you, back in 7th grade, I was like 12, 13, maybe 14, somewhere around in there. So we had this project that we had to write a short story. So I came up with this idea in my head that I was going to write about a boy named Sam who was mute. He couldn't talk. And so he literally had to communicate with paper. Well, Sam and his dad went into the woods one day to go, it was either hunting or camping. But either way, they were going in the woods. Well, a big storm came in my story, and Sam's sitting there, and his dad looks at him and says, "Son, I'm going to go get some wood. I'll be right back. Keep an eye on the campfire," or whatever, whichever I said, campfire, whatever. But he went to go get the wood, and Sam's sitting there. Well, let's just say that hours and hours pass. Lightning is crashing like everywhere. Sam starts to get worried. So he gets up and goes into the woods and looks for his dad. Well, as he's looking for his dad, he ends up like getting lost in the woods, scraping himself up really bad, getting hungry, because he was literally looking for his dad for days. He's getting hungry, he's starving. Luckily he found some stuff to eat. Can't even remember in the story what I said because it was so long ago. But he found some stuff to eat, and then one day, he trips over something in the woods at nighttime. And, it just so happened to be storming again, and a big lightning flashes, and he finds out that he tripped over his father. Now, as he trips over his father, he notices that his father isn't breathing. So someone had killed his father. Well, as he's sitting by his father, shaking him, because obviously he can't talk because he's mute, but he's shaking him and everything. Lightning flashes again, and he glances up, and he sees this guy just standing there in a black coat, a black trench coat, hood up, everything. Couldn't see nothing. But the point is, I was only, like I said, 13, 14, or even 12 at the time, and I came up with something that detailed then. So I've always known, growing up and everything, I always knew that writing was my passion. So now, when we got into poetry, I started writing poems, and then when I was 17, right after my mom passed away, I started hanging out with these two boys, and together we made a group called K4L. And I was down at their house literally every day rapping. Now, mind you, before I started rapping, though, they were outside of my house one night just freestyling. And they were like, "Hey, we want to hear you freestyle." And I'm like, "I can't freestyle." They were like, "Sure you can, give it a try." So I tried. They liked what they heard, and then from then on out, I've just been rapping. And I'm going to say a little bit of advice here to anybody who is rapping and feels like you suck. That's normal. I sucked when I first started, and I've progressed a lot. It's something that you got to stick with. It's something that you got to continue with. You just can't give up on it.
Right.
But this has been our chat for now. This video is actually 22 minutes long, so we're going to go ahead and wrap it up. Whatever you guys want us to talk about, feel free to drop it in the comments below. Remember, this is the Franchise and Karma Show, and we will talk to you guys next time.
Peace.